Yo, what is up guys, my name's Hakiii and these are new changes and features added to GTA Online recently that you might have missed in the new update. Leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Anyway, let's begin. In Higgins Heli Tours, buying the new business is gonna give you a pretty convenient option right here. So going to the blue circle on the left of the door, it's gonna give you a right D-pad option and you have three different options. You can either spawn in the regular helicopter for the tours, even though it's not that great, it's just a basic Maverick with a livery. The Pegasus option gives you all of the helicopters that you own through Pegasus, so instead of calling Pegasus you can actually just spawn them instantly right here, and that actually goes for any personal helicopter you own. So the top option is going to give you a full list of them, and this is what you own inside of the hangar and whatever else you have. Pretty convenient options right here, even though realistically you could just go in the interaction menu and just call one of these guys in, but you do have to be a little bit far away from this place for it to actually spawn on this helipad. Speaking of aircraft spawn locations, there's actually a new map change recently. With the Oscar Guzman Flies Again update, we did get that change, and it didn't actually let us spawn any aircrafts in there until this update. Let me actually use my Sparrow helicopter so I could show you it spawning over there. It's like over here somewhere. I don't think it shows it on the map for whatever reason, but I think it's there. Here's the exact location of this one, so you might remember this airstrip from one of the missions in the Oscar Guzman Flies Again. Now we can actually spawn aircrafts over here. So if I go in the interaction menu, manage vehicles, let's spawn in the Titan 250D. I'm gonna face away from it just to make sure it actually spawns here. Honestly, I never really go in this area, but for whatever reason, if you happen to be close, I guess you can actually use this now. This airstrip isn't completely useless now, which is good. A pretty unique change you really never see in GTA Online is vehicle name changes. So it's only a minor change, but it's actually a good change that Rockstar did. In the Legendary Motorsport website, the Italy GTO Stinger TT has been officially changed to just the Stinger TT. I'm actually really glad because this was like the longest name ever for any vehicle in GTA Online. It used to be the full name Grotti Italy GTO Stinger TT, so super long name. Now it is officially the Grotti Stinger TT, so technically it's not the official big brother of the regular Italy GTO. Now it's got a completely different name without the Italy GTO in it. I'm very happy about that, mainly because every time I have to make a new video that includes the Stinger TT, I don't have to say a super long name now, which is awesome. A lot of new liveries were added to existing vehicles in the game, some of which are completely hidden and so far unavailable in GTA Online. One of which on the Tampa GT right here, this is the Los Santos Customs livery, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. This might be one of the nicest designs I have, mainly because of this beautiful livery and paint job. It looks so freaking good with the purple on purple and everything. Of course, this isn't the only vehicle that got new hidden liveries. There's also some on the Evron RS, the Mini Mus, and the Hardy, so hopefully they'll actually be coming out in the next couple of months, maybe with the new update. It seems like they're in the game files, but Rockstar hasn't officially released them for whatever reason. So if you take the Tampa GT into Los Santos Customs, you are not going to be seeing this livery whatsoever. It's not even an option, really. So for you livery nerds out there, this is definitely a pretty cool change. Hopefully we actually end up seeing some of these in the next couple of months once again. Inside of the casino, the normal number of spins at the lucky wheel per day is only one, and it still is only one for certain players, but for GTA Plus members that actually got increased to 2 a day, which is actually pretty substantial. So you get 2 awards every single day, not in-game day, but every 24 hours at the lucky wheel. Let's see what we could get with our 1 daily spin since we're not a GTA Plus member, and we are going to be getting some chips. Okay, that's not too bad. We can convert that into money, so I'll just do that real quick. Technically now the maximum amount of money you can get through the lucky wheel is $100,000 if you get $50,000 twice, or you can get like $50,000 and a vehicle, or also the mystery, or maybe some chips as well. There's a lot of different things you can get, and the maximum RP is 30,000 RP, which is a ton of RP if you get back-to-back 15,000s. Lucky freaking GTA Plus members right there. That's definitely a good change for them. 50 new vehicles got the missile lock-on jammer upgrade added to them with the new update, one of them being the Hakiii Drag, one of the fastest vehicles in the entire game. I'm not going to read you the full list, but the most substantial vehicles in my opinion that got the missile lock-on jammer added to them is the Hakiii Drag, the Torero XO Supercar, supercar, the Devastate 8 supercar, the Entity MT supercar, and the Shinobi motorcycle. So a handful of really good vehicles that are now just super safe to drive around in free roam with the missile jammer. And of course, you can upgrade all of them inside of your agency vehicle workshop, so make sure you have that, of course. A nice little change you might have noticed is when you register as an MC president or CEO, you now have a little overhead icon telling you you're either a president or a CEO. So for MC president, it's going to show you a little P. Another change that a lot of players are going to be happy about has to do with cell missions. So it could be a bunker cell mission, special CEO cargo, CEO vehicle cargo, doesn't really matter which one. Let's start up a cell mission and I'll show you guys the big change that a lot of people are cheering about. So cell stock, I really don't have a lot of stock. I'm just going to do this as an example. Of course, you want to do it in a public session, and in a public session, it's actually going to give you an off the radar for a certain amount of time. Now, previously that off the radar lasted, I believe, for about 20 or 30 seconds, but now it is going to be for a full minute. So like double the time off the radar. That's definitely going to help a lot of people not get griefed, hopefully. So if we get in the delivery vehicle, global signal is only going to be in 1 minute. So hopefully by that time you can actually just like use the minute well, get pretty freaking far with the delivery vehicle, and then just register as a CEO obviously before starting it and go ghost organization. So then you could be off the radar for, I believe, like 4 minutes total, which is a pretty long time in a delivery mission. Nice little change there. Anyway, before we go on the radar again, let's find a new session and get into the next one. Buying the car wash, Higgins heli tours, and the smoke on the water shop is actually going to affect 3 other businesses. So each business actually gets an increase on a different business. Just by buying a car wash, it's going to increase the counterfeit cash product value by 35%. Also 35% more value on the weed farm if you get the smoke on the water business. And if you get Higgins heli tours, that's going to increase air freight cargo value by 10%. So if you have any of those 3 businesses, you are going to get a boosted value. Seems like the only one that's actually worth taking the time to sell is the air freight cargo, but besides that, not a huge fan of the weed farm and the counterfeit cash product. And speaking of the new businesses, we actually have to clear the heat in them if we want to keep on generating money. With the smoke on the water shop, there's actually a really cool trick that lets you clear the heat way quicker, since you have to do the whole 5 deliveries and it can actually take a good amount of time. So on the bottom right, I do have half heat right now, but I definitely don't want it to get to the very top. So we're going to access the laptop, do the very first option to clear the heat. It's going to spawn us a little van to use for the delivery mission. There it is. Instead of going to all 5 delivery missions, which is technically what we're supposed to do and what it asks us to do, we're just going to go to one of the locations and then just blow up the van, and that's going to actually end the mission and clear the heat, even though we didn't do all 5 deliveries. So super quick. It's literally going to take us like a minute. This was a very close drop off. Here's the delivery point. We're just going to go in the yellow circle, press right D-pad. Why is the yellow circle so freaking small? Give them whatever flavor, doesn't actually matter. So, and now we've completed 1 delivery. Now after this, blow it up, and that's going to forcibly end the mission. And now if we go back in the smoke on the water shop, it is going to completely clear the heat. And then after just 1 delivery, as you can see, the heat is completely cleared. So super neat trick right there to make it way faster. If you're trying to get some rare vehicles with Arena War, if you're trying to get the Space Stalker or the Rusty Tractor, best believe it's still going to be taking a long time, but only half the time. So Rockstar actually doubled the arena points that you get after each Arena War game. It's still going to take a very long time to unlock those really rare vehicles, but it's cut in half, which is pretty solid, I guess. And the last feature is actually going to be in the main menu on expanded and enhanced. So let's quit the main menu, and whatever businesses you own, it's actually going to give you an option to spawn in there through the main menu. The top right option, straight to business, we can press that and then literally choose any one of the businesses that we own and just spawn right in there. This kind of makes living quarters completely useless. When buying a business, you get that as an upgrade because everyone would actually buy it for spawning in that business, but now with this feature, there's really no reason to get it. Maybe only as an aesthetic for your business to have a bathroom and a bedroom. Most of you watching are not subscribed, so if you're new to the channel, feel free to join the Hakiii army and turn on the notification bell for more awesome videos like these, and click the video on screen now to keep watching. I hope you all enjoy that one, and peace.